Welcome back. I am here visiting with Crystal Shumate. She and her husband are the owners of BHR Frenchie Socks, a pink buckle stallion that we're thrilled to have in the program. We have so many exciting things to cover, but I want to start with a very notable win that a BHR Frenchie Socks just had in the rodeo world. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. So Stevie Hillman was riding Sand in My Socks at Pendleton, and she was on the bubble, so that was like a big clutch win for them. I was watching it on my phone, the Slack Live, and she has another sorrel, so I didn't know which one it was, but when she went to pull her up, I could see Sandy's blaze, and I knew it was her. And so that was pretty exciting to get to watch her like really free up and stretch out and run.
That was an incredible video. I bet a lot of people watching this remember that clip of her stretching out from first barrel to second barrel, and just the acceleration and the speed was amazing. So what does it mean to you that, this stud has been in your life a long time, for many years? What does it mean to you to see his babies doing great things at the highest level of the sport?
It's really exciting for us, because we've had him since he was a year old. So he's 24 this year, so that is an incredibly long amount of time. But to see them get in the right hands and to get them excel and do what they love, because to me, a horse to run Pendleton, they have to love what they do, because that takes a lot of try. So it's just really rewarding and exciting, and I love every minute of that. That's the fun part.
We were visiting a little bit off camera before we started recording about the year that you ran your stud at the 5-state, actually. Tell me a little bit about that story, kind of recap that for us, and some of the other notable stallions that he ran against.
Yeah, so that was back in 2003 when he was a 4-year-old. The 5-state back then was held outdoors, and it was a 3-run average. So I knew I had to be clean, but also stay competitive. So he ran 3 solid runs, made the short go, ended up reserve champion. He placed in both goes, and he won, I think, $4,000. Back then, the payouts weren't quite what they are today, but it was a big deal then. And Sadie's Frosty Drift ended up winning it with Christy Thorstensen. She's from South Dakota. And then Frenchman's Fabulous and Craig Stritsky was somewhere right there in the top 5. So it was really some very notable stallions that were young back then, so you didn't know how they were going to be as sires, but obviously they've all went on and made nice studs.
And so fun, that being Frenchman Sky Country, those are all 3 sons of Frenchman Sky. So I can see why the hype was building so much at the time. My final question for you is, you've been in this business a long time. Tell me about the relationships that this stud has brought into your life and how that's really enriched you and your husband's lives.
Well, you meet a lot of people. Like we were talking, we have a 3-year-old for next year. His name's Woody, and our friend Catherine Hickson, she lives there in Louisiana, had bred to our stud a few times, and we bought one from her, and then she offered him for sale. So we just got in the truck and went and bought him. But to actually get to know them, and then they're invested in you and the colt's future, and we got to stop and lay over at her place on the way out here, and she actually got to see Derek ride Woody, and it was just really nice to see it all come full circle. And we just really hope we can make her proud with him next year. And it's kind of like they invest in your stallion and all these programs and stuff, and then hopefully we can make her proud. That's what it's all about.
It really is all about the people and good horses and fast horses. Thank you so much for taking the time to visit, and we hope you have a great week.
Thank you. I hope so too. Good to see you.
Okay, back to the barrel racing.